Hi, welcome to Coaster Mania. I'm Micah, and today I'm going to be ranking the rides at Silverwood. Silverwood is one of the most remote theme parks in the United States. No, really it is. Please, as a Pacific Northwesterner, save us all. Six Flags, Hershey, Cedar Fair, SeaWorld, someone please come save us. All jokes aside, Silverwood is a great home park to have, and I'm glad to call it my own. The rides here may not be the best in the world, but they each carry their own unique charm. Mostly. Anyways, let's go ahead and rank them from worst to best. Number 7. Tiny Toot. Tiny Toot is a Zamperla mini mine coaster and was opened in 1998. It is a powered children's coaster. Admittedly, Katie and I have ridden this. There's not much to say about it, at least you get to go around the loop several times. If you absolutely need the credit, find somebody to go with you so it's not too embarrassing. Number 6. Krazy Coaster. This is one of those SBF Visa MX608 Park Model A coasters. For how small they are, you'd expect them to have less of a mouthful of a name. The layout on this is simple. You go around in a figure 8 pattern while the trains spin freely. It's 14 feet tall and has a length of 190 feet. Again, at least you get to go around multiple times. The one good thing about this coaster is the fact that the spinning actually does add a little bit of extra fun to this. It makes what could be an extremely bland kiddie coaster and makes it just a tad bit more fun. I can see why these are as prevalent as Starbucks is. Sorry, too much praise. This coaster is forceless in a baby ride and needs to be removed to make way for a 500-foot tall RMC launch T-Rex model that Silverwood is getting in 2023. Oh, and Tremors is getting the hybrid treatment the year after that. I won't give names, but the Dippin' Dots guy told me this. Number 5. Corkscrew. Corkscrew at Silverwood, not to be confused with Corkscrew at Cedar Point, or Valley Fair, or Michigan's Adventure, is the first aerodynamics corkscrew model. This little coaster, which opened at the park as its first major coaster in the year 1990, was originally located at Knott's Berry Farm in the plot of land currently occupied by Hangtime. This coaster is 70 feet tall with a top speed of 46 miles per hour and traverses 1,250 feet of track. For being the first aero corkscrew model, Silverwood has done a good job with maintenance in keeping this as smooth as it could possibly be, which isn't very smooth, however it could be far worse. Number 4. Aftershock. Aftershock is Silverwood's second most recent coaster, being built back in 2008. This giant inverted boomerang was manufactured via Vekoma originally in the year 2007, where it was Deja Vu at Six Flags Great America. It was relocated to Silverwood, where it still operates today. Aftershock is 1,204 feet long with a max height of 177 feet and a top speed of 61 miles per hour. This coaster is the big and intimidating ride of the park. It's fairly thrilling, but also rough. The restraints on these trains are bulky over-the-shoulder restraints, and you are very prone to banging your head around in them. The bottom of the loop does provide some pretty strong positive Gs, as do the bottom of each side of the Cobra Roll. One other positive aspect of this coaster is the drop. As you get pulled up the towers, the coaster hits a certain threshold and suddenly drops you. This drop provides a good feeling of floater as you make your way down the spike. With all that in mind, the roughness on this coaster is a major drawback to it. Number 3. Tremors. This is a bit of a hard one, but I'm ranking it this way due to a number of factors. Tremors is a CCI wooden roller coaster that was built in 1999. It has 3,158 feet of track, has a max height of 85 feet, a drop of 99 feet, and a top speed of 50 miles per hour. Tremors originally set the record for a roller coaster that goes underground the most times, with this coaster diving into tunnels 4 times. This aspect of the ride is actually quite thrilling. It keeps a decent portion of the coaster low and fast. The middle of this coaster is a twister section, which does feel a bit weak. It does offer some mild laterals, very characteristically of a CCI coaster. The airtime hills on this coaster do provide some mild floater, but there isn't a huge amount as far as I can tell. The best part of this coaster is the first drop. The entryway to the first tunnel provides for a head chopper effect, and the exit of this tunnel sits right underneath the ride's gift shop, which has a viewing window to where you can see the coaster as it passes by. The biggest complaint I have about this ride is the fact that it is very dependent on the weather. On a cold day, this coaster runs slow. Later in the summer, once Tremors has warmed up, this provides for a much better ride. The one major recommendation I have for riding this coaster is to not ride it in the back row for now. It almost felt like the back row was bouncing around throughout the course and had some pretty intense jackhammering. Maybe with more RMC 208 retrack, it can help smooth out even more of the rough patches. Number 2. Timber Terror. Timber Terror, which was formerly known as Grizzly, is a CCI wooden coaster that was opened in 1996 as Silverwood's second coaster. This ride is 2,700 feet long with a max height of 85 feet and a top speed of 55 miles per hour. This is a fairly standard out and back layout wooden coaster with some decent laterals on the turn back and final helix. The reason why I have this ranked over Tremors is for the airtime. While not ejector, Timber Terror does provide some good floater on most of its hills. The first drop is fairly thrilling and the rest of the layout is packed with airtime. This coaster is definitely smoother in all rows compared to Tremors, but I am glad to see that it is also getting 208 retrack as well. The drop right after the double up does actually provide good head jumper as you dive into the support structure from the track beside it. This coaster definitely does make for a good back row ride. Similar to Tremors, Timber Terror is very dependent on the weather conditions. Later in the summer when temperatures are higher, Timber Terror runs noticeably faster and provides much better forces. Number 1. Stunt Pilot. As if it were any surprise, Stunt Pilot is the best coaster at Silverwood. This is an awesome new addition to the park and complements the lineup well. It is thrilling, intense, and high capacity compared to the other rides in the park. Stunt Pilot was opened in 2021 and is an RMC single-rail Raptor coaster. It is 1,800 feet long, 105 feet tall, and has a top speed of 52 miles per hour. Stunt Pilot in its first year didn't feel like it was running all that well, but now that it's had a year to warm up, it's running amazingly. The forces on this ride are intense. There's strong ejector airtime, strong lateral, strong positives, everything. I'm really glad Silverwood got this as an addition and can't wait to see what's in store for the future of this park. Hopefully we won't have to wait another 13 years for the next major addition. Hopefully. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, feel free to leave a like and comment below and consider subscribing. I intend on uploading more content as time goes on and as Katie and I experience more parks and coasters. You can also find daily uploads on our Instagram page at Coaster Mania. Soon we will be opening an Etsy page where you'll be able to buy prints and more of some of your favorite coaster photography of ours. Thanks for watching the video and ride on, Coaster Maniacs!